Hi everyone, I would like to talk about what I have done in 2024 and looking back at the year ahead reading that I've done for 2024. So in 2024, I feel that I accomplished a lot, but that's also the case for my friends and family. They have big changes in their life, so I feel that it is something that's happening across the world for everyone. In 2024, I have achieved a lot, one of which is to show my face to a public audience. Some of the other challenges that I have overcome, first of course is that one of the accomplishments that a few of the accomplishments that I've made is to be promoted. I'm of course very happy because, as I told my boss, I need the money to buy my favorite food, which is eggs. And because of this, I headed a few events which was very tiring for me, and then of course I had this data analyst test which I really wanted to pass, as it has bonuses that I need, and I passed. But it was very draining, and I took a few months to recover from the stress that it took on my brain. It's like every time I open a Kindle to look at my book, I feel stressed because I see so many words, and because my test has to do with coding, I have to see many words on the screen. So I took a few months to recover from being stressed every time I see a lot of words on the screen. So this seems to be shown in the obstacle card for 2024, which is the benevolent guide. So the card itself is very colorful, and now that I've gone through 2024, I took that to mean that I have so many things to do that I can feel overwhelmed, and which I really did. Then the theme was rotation, and I feel that this is indeed the case for this year. Rotation as in taking on a more leadership role, rotation as in really putting myself to pass a test, when usually when I go look at coding stuff, I take it as a learning experience instead of something that I must really integrate into my practice. And then rotation as in my life, in which I have major changes. So in 2025, because of these changes, I feel that I may not be able to be online as much or doing things that I like to do as much. And the advice card was conjunction, which I have tried very hard to do this year. I've tried to integrate what I've learned spiritually, what I've learned as in wisdom from my friends, and apply it to what I need to do in my professional life and personal challenges. And so I would like to replay all of the monthly reflections that I did on TikTok. I would string them together and put them into this video as an integrated look at each card for the month. And also I will only be showing the one that I did for myself, the card spread that I did for myself, that my own spread. But then in the compilation of videos, you will see that I also integrated the Wild Unknown Tarot, and this is part of the Lion Hearts on Instagram. His yearly post on the card reads for the next year. So I hope you enjoy this. In the month of January, the card that I've gotten was the Daughter of Swords, or Page of Swords. What I've done in January is to embark on a new journey challenging me on my insecurities and on my fears, one of which is the formation of the trilogy group, tarot group, whereby we need to go out more, show our face more often in the public, which is something that I'm afraid of. And the oracle card that I got for January was Ash. Ash, there is after going through January, I come to feel that this is also a form of a grounding energy, as when you're Ash, you are very inert and you are very close to the ground. And that is what I've been trying to do in the month of January, trying to ground into myself, to deal with the insecurities, and then also to the disappointment that's caused, which in Chinese we call 心灰意冷. Finally, also as a fun fact, I finally finished watching the Sailor Moon Cosmos movie, whereby most of the Sailor Scouts were reduced to ash or sand. For the month of February, it came in the form of sugar, which indicates sweetness, but at the same time there is a sense of addictive quality to the month of February, which I would think that it's something that happened in my life, which is too private to share here. And for the tarot card, what I gotten was the Ten of Swords reverse. It seems to come in the form of letting a thought pattern fall away, a thought pattern which I've been holding on to for many years. Month of March, the oracle card that I got was Spring, and the tarot card that I got was the Tower reverse. How did I experience this as was that the spring, when it comes to spring, I thought of leaves or flowers blooming up from the ground, appearing from where they were hidden. And this was what I experienced in March as well. I kind of come out and show things that were a bit more private to myself. And with the Tower reverse, I had a promotion. I was promoted in my work, and I view this as a Tower reverse because with the new position, there will be more job responsibility expected of myself, and it is a good thing and not so good thing at the same time, which was why I associate this with the Tower reverse. For the month of April, the oracle card that I got was Sun, and the tarot card that I got was the King of Pentacles or the Father of Pentacles in the Wild Unknown. How I experienced this was with Sun, like spring before, I was showing off something that was private to me, but with the Sun, it becomes even more egocentric, kind of like showing off, which was what I did. I organized a birthday party for my friend Casper, and at the same time I also took on with my promotion, I was also tasked to head an event in my company in a more active role, which was what I associated with the Sun as well as the Father of Pentacles, because as a king, as a monarch, you are supposed to lead the way. And I was also told that to mentor an intern who will be coming to our company. So I guess this is kind of like the Father of Pentacles as well, to mentor future generations with the experience that we already have. For the month of May, I would like to flip these two cards over together because I feel that it's paradoxical, yet it makes sense for what I have experienced in the month of May. Okay, so for the oracle card, I got Saturn, and for the tarot card, I got the sun. So in astrology, we know that Saturn is a very heavy planet, teaching us about death, teaching us about responsibility, discipline, while the sun is very up there, very egocentric, um, filled with light. So when I got these two together, it feels very paradoxical, and yes, in a way this has played out in my month of May. So firstly, I was learning a new program and I was trying to do out a real dashboard, because my work involved making visualization and dashboard. I need to do all this, and it was very challenging for me because I have to learn how to do up the coding, which I've never done before. And I actually spent so much time that I don't usually like to work during the weekends, but I was forced to do it because I don't know what to do, and I need to try and error all the things that I can do with my limited knowledge and with the help of the internet to get to equations. And finally I got it. That's why I feel that the sun describes my situation very aptly too. For the month of June, I got coagulation and Eight of Pentacles for my month, card of the month. And what I realized after looking back is that both of these cards has a very earthly element to it. This coagulation feels like gathering things together to become solid, and this was what I experienced when I was called to prepare for an analytics test. And since I'm self-taught, I do not have any really solid background knowledge, but I've been doing the necessary work to build dashboards for my colleagues. And so this is kind of like this analytics test is kind of like a true test for me to test what I have learned and what I've consolidated through the few years in this line of work. And this Eight of Pentacles also kind of say the same thing, that I'm now being challenged to test my knowledge. And of course, I'm very apprehensive about it, and I'm not sure what the next month will bring because the test is next month. So for the month of August, the oracle card that I got was the Fog, while for the tarot, I got the High Priestess. So it is in this month where I needed to pass the analytics test, and that has caused me quite a lot of mental fog because I couldn't focus my attention on other things that are happening in my life, and what I could only do was to worry about what's going to happen for the test. So I guess this is where the fog comes in, and where the High Priestess comes in as well, because I was called to show what I've learned, or dig into my knowledge bank to. For the month of August, I got the Ace of Swords and the Peacock's Tail respectively. So in the month of August, I actually have to deal with so many things, and most of all it is about major changes in my life. So when I look at the rainbow colored serpent and the rainbow color from the Peacock's Tail over here, I'm called to think about the theme of transformation, which is the transformation of one shape to another. And this seems to be very apt in my life in August. And at the same time, there's breakthrough in thinking through the Ace of Swords. And what I think this means is also the act of transformation requires me to change my thinking, And also at the same time, I took on a boot camp, large language model boot camp, which is what I was told is there is a big learning curve, and I will assume that this also refers to the fact that I'm learning new knowledge. For the month of September, the oracle card that I got was the androgyne, and the tarot card was the Sun of Pentacles. So when I look at these two cards, when I got it, I thought of our Tibet trip in September. So the trip to Tibet was very eye-opening, to say the least, because I realized how not suited I am to the climate, which I feel that it's the Sun of Pentacles to, you know, to come to a realization in a practical way, and also to, you know, lay down seeds for things which I feel that is my understanding of my spiritual practice, which is also, I feel, here in the androgyne, because in Tibet, most of the Bodhisattva that we saw, there's a very strong sense of being neither this nor that. It's a very primordial energy, and I think that this card shows it very clearly. So in overall, so I feel that these two cards speaks of my trip in Tibet, about my spiritual practice, and also the practical things that I come to realization while being in Tibet. For the month of October, the oracle card that I've gotten was Chaos, and the Wheel of Fortune. I remember that it was reversed. So Chaos is really the word of October for me, because I had to complete an assignment for the AI bootcamp that I signed up for, and it was very, very challenging, and there were lots of problems that I faced. I submitted the assignment because I couldn't take the stress, and I didn't even bother to debug a problem inside the code. So other than this high stress, I had a lot to do in my personal life as well, but I also got to go for a short getaway to rest. So it did really reflect that, you know, chaos may not always be bad, but there's good and bad mixed together. That's why it's chaotic. And for Wheel of Fortune reverse, I believe that it has something to do, like, I do feel that these two cards really melt well together. You can see the sun and the moon over here as well, and the moon reflected here. So yep, this is basically my month of October, my musing. For the month of November, the oracle card I got was Wise Sword, and the tarot card that I got was the Nine of Swords. So in the month of November, I have some big changes in my life. So the Nine of Swords does echo this, whereby I was made to think about what I'll be doing in the future, and so there's the kind of worry you see. So I believe the rainbow in this card, the kind of sword that's crystallizing from the knowledge that I've gained, the spiritual knowledge that I've gained, is what is being talked about in this card. The oracle card that I got for December was Golden Rose, and the tarot card that I got was Devil Reverse. So putting these two cards side by side, I realized that there's a yellow theme, there's a yellow color going on, which to me is about the physical matters, about the life here on earth, And in December, I had a big fight. I guess it will be called a big fight. And the other party encouraged me to talk about how I feel. So I see this as the devil reverse, whereby I was encouraged not to bottle up my feelings inside and cause even worse problems. And I see the golden rose as complementary as being the other party's actions, that is being a different kind of realization for me. So for December, it has been pretty hectic for me as well, but this incident has helped me in many ways.